Port Charles has seen its share of shocking twists, dangerous villains, and impossible rescues, but what is about to unfold could change everything for Jocelyn, Jax, and Tristan forever. For weeks, Joss has found herself trapped in a nightmare she never expected. What began as a simple investigation into a growing criminal network operating in the shadows of Port Charles has evolved into something far more dangerous. Secrets have been exposed, loyalties have been tested, and now Joss finds herself facing a threat that could cost her everything. But when all hope seems lost, one person steps forward, Tristan. And his decision to save Joss may become the moment that changes both of their lives forever. The situation begins when Joss uncovers information linking several mysterious crimes to a powerful figure operating behind the scenes. At first, she believes she can handle things herself. After all, she's Sonny Corinthos' daughter in every way that matters. She's fearless, intelligent, and determined. Over the years, she's faced danger countless times and always found a way through. However, this time is different. The evidence Joss discovers points toward a criminal organization far larger than anyone imagined. The moment she gets too close to the truth, she becomes a target. Someone starts following her. Anonymous messages appear. Her phone is hacked. Every move she makes seems to be monitored. Despite repeated warnings from Carly and Jason, Joss refuses to back down. She wants answers. Unfortunately, her determination leads her directly into a trap. One evening, while pursuing a crucial lead, Joss disappears. When she fails to answer calls from her family, panic spreads quickly through Port Charles. Carly immediately fears the worst. Jason launches a search. Sonny begins contacting every source he has, but nobody can find her. Not a single clue. Not a single witness. Joss has vanished. While the people closest to Joss scramble for answers, Tristan notices something others miss. Unlike everyone else, Tristan remembers a conversation Joss had days earlier. At the time, it seemed insignificant. Now it suddenly means everything. He recalls Joss mentioning a warehouse near the harbor. She had been investigating unusual activity there. Nobody else paid attention. Tristan did. Following his instincts, he begins searching the area himself. What he discovers sends chills down his spine. Inside an abandoned building, he finds evidence that Joss had been there. Her bracelet, fresh footprints, signs of a struggle. For Tristan, the realization is immediate. Joss is alive, and she needs help. Knowing there isn't enough time to wait for authorities, Tristan makes a risky decision. He's going after her himself. The choice surprises even him. Over the past months, Tristan and Joss have developed a connection neither fully understands. They've challenged each other, argued with each other, protected each other. Yet neither has been willing to admit how much they truly care. Now, faced with the possibility of losing her forever, Tristan can no longer deny the truth. Joss matters to him. More than he ever intended. More than he ever expected. Armed with only limited information, Tristan follows a trail leading to an isolated property outside Port Charles. Every step increases the danger. Every clue confirms his fears. Joss has been taken by people willing to do anything to keep their secrets buried. Meanwhile, Joss remains imprisoned. Despite her circumstances, she refuses to surrender. Her captors underestimate her. They assume fear will break her. Instead, it fuels her determination. Joss carefully studies her surroundings. She memorizes routines. She listens to conversations. Slowly, she begins gathering information. What she learns is shocking. The organization responsible for her kidnapping has connections reaching far beyond Port Charles. Influential names, corrupt officials, dangerous alliances. The truth is bigger than anyone imagined, and now Joss possesses information powerful enough to bring the entire operation crashing down, which makes her more dangerous to them than ever. As Tristan closes in on Joss's location, he realizes he has walked into a war zone. Armed guards patrol the property, security cameras cover every entrance. Escape seems impossible. Most people would turn back. Tristan doesn't. For him, there is only one goal: save Joss, no matter the cost. Using every skill he possesses, he finds a way inside, The mission becomes increasingly dangerous as he moves through the compound. At several points, discovery appears inevitable. Yet somehow he keeps going, driven by determination, driven by fear, driven by feelings he can no longer ignore. Finally, after hours of searching, he finds her, locked inside a secure room, tired, exhausted, but alive. The moment their eyes meet, everything changes. Relief washes over both of them. For a brief moment, nothing else matters, not the danger, not the enemy surrounding them, just the fact that they've found each other. Joss is stunned to see Tristan. Of all the people who might come for her, she never expected him. "How did you find me?" she asks. Tristan smiles. "Barely." The emotion in his voice catches her off guard. For weeks, both have hidden behind sarcasm and stubbornness. Now those walls begin to crumble. Joss realizes Tristan risked his life to save her, not because he had to, because he chose to. That realization changes everything. For the first time, she sees him differently, and Tristan sees the same shift in her eyes. Unfortunately, their reunion is short-lived. The alarm sounds. Their presence has been discovered. Suddenly, chaos erupts throughout the compound. Guards move in, weapons are drawn, the path to freedom becomes a desperate race for survival. Together, Tristan and Joss fight their way toward an exit. Every second matters, every decision could be their last. At one point, they become separated during the chaos. Joss fears the worst, then Tristan reappears, refusing to leave her behind. Again and again, no matter the danger, no matter the odds, his priority remains the same. Protect Joss. Just when escape seems possible, disaster strikes. One of the kidnappers corners them near the property's perimeter. A weapon is raised. Joss freezes. There isn't enough time. Then Tristan does something nobody expects. He steps directly into harm's way, protecting Joss, shielding her, taking the risk upon himself. The moment leaves Joss horrified. For a terrifying few seconds, she believes she may lose him. The realization hits her harder than she imagined possible. Because somewhere along the way, Tristan stopped being just a friend. He became someone she genuinely loves. Meanwhile, Jason's investigation finally leads reinforcements to the compound. Sunny, Carly, Jason, additional security teams. Together, they storm the property. The criminals are quickly overwhelmed. Several key figures are captured. Others flee. Most importantly, Joss is rescued. At last, the nightmare is over. But for Joss, one concern remains. Tristan. As emergency crews arrive, she refuses to leave his side. Even Carly notices. So does Sunny. The bond between them is impossible to miss. In the aftermath, Joss spends every available moment with Tristan. The experience changed her. Nearly losing him forced her to confront emotions she'd been avoiding. Likewise, Tristan realizes life is too short for hesitation. One evening, after days of recovery, they find themselves alone. No danger. No distractions, no secrets, just honesty. For the first time, they talk openly about everything. Their fears, their mistakes, their feelings. What follows is a conversation fans have been waiting for. Tristan admits he couldn't bear the thought of losing her. Joss confesses she felt the same. Months of tension finally explode into the truth. Neither wants to walk away. Neither wants to pretend anymore. And when they finally share a kiss, it feels inevitable. A moment built through trust, sacrifice, and survival. However, this is only the beginning of their story. The information Joss uncovered remains explosive. The organization she exposed may be damaged, but it isn't destroyed. Powerful enemies remain. New threats are already emerging, and those enemies now know exactly who Tristan and Joss are. Their relationship will face challenges unlike anything they've experienced before. Danger, secrets, unexpected betrayals. Yet something fundamental has changed. They're no longer fighting alone. They're facing the future together. News of Tristan's heroic rescue spreads quickly across town. Many are impressed. Others are suspicious. Some wonder whether Tristan's growing connection to the Corinthos and Jack's families will pull him into dangerous territory. Even Jason keeps a careful eye on him. Not because he distrusts Tristan, because he understands exactly how much danger accompanies anyone close to Joss. Still, Tristan proves repeatedly that he isn't backing down. He saved her once, and if necessary, he'd do it again. The biggest surprise may still be coming. Sources suggest that Tristan's rescue mission could uncover secrets about his own past. Questions remain unanswered. Who exactly is Tristan? Why does he possess skills that continue to surprise everyone? And could his history connect to the very criminal network that targeted Joss? If so, their relationship may face an entirely new challenge, one capable of shaking Port Charles to its core. Yet whatever revelations lie ahead, one thing is certain. The rescue changed everything. Joss now sees Tristan as more than a friend, more than an ally. He's become one of the most important people in her life. And Tristan finally understands how far he's willing to go for her. As their romance begins a thrilling new chapter, fans should prepare for emotional moments, shocking revelations, and high-stakes drama. Because Tristan saved Joss, but in doing so, he may have also changed both of their futures forever. The next chapter of their story promises passion, danger, and revelations that could reshape Port Charles in ways nobody sees coming. And if recent events are any indication, Tristan and Joss are only getting started.